Hi, welcome to Nina in the Kitchen, where as you can see, I'm not in my kitchen today. I thought that since we're in the throes of the holiday season, it would be fun for you to see what's out there for gift giving for your favorite cook or baker. I'm at the Rolling Pin Emporium. This is in Brandon, Florida. These places are all over the world and they're so much fun to shop. Let's just go inside and see what's available for gift giving this year. This is the Culinary Center, and these places, like I said, are all over the country. This is a great gift to give people. It's a great date night as well. There's two kinds of classes available. One is where you go into the kitchen and a chef shows you how to cook whatever it is that's on the menu that you choose. The other style is called a demo style, and that's where someone else does the cooking. The chef and the staff will cook for you and tell you what's going on, talk about different ingredients and so on, and you just sit back and watch and eat, and both ways are really delightful. So this is where I work, by the way. This is the baking section, and there's a lot of little great stocking stuffers, and I thought what I would do is point out stocking stuffer ideas, and then we'll bring Dave in later on and he can do the bigger items, the electronics and so on. So you have these specialty pans. We can make little donuts, you can make madeleine. Over here, there are these beautiful bundt pans. That's always a pleasure to get for the baker. Something that's kind of special to me, because I met a little girl here one day when I was working who likes to decorate cookies and cakes with her grandmother. So she was here shopping pastry tips, and I just thought that was so sweet. So you have these, So you have these sets of different pastry tips, and they're really nice to get as a kit because you can keep everything together. They come in a little container that you can store away. And what I tell young chefs is that you should start buying products like this as soon as you can, because they will last your whole life, especially if you get a good brand. This is Atco, and I find that their tips stay sharper longer. You have shapes for Mardi Gras, you have shapes for turtles and cats and bats and crowns and fish, and it just goes on and on. The things that they make nowadays are amazing. So joining me right now is the chef owner of the Rolling Pin. This is Dave West. He and his wife own this beautiful shop, and we're going to take a tour of it today. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, my pleasure.
So if someone is a new cook, and I'm thinking like baker and just someone who likes to be in the kitchen.
Gotcha.
And we're standing in front of these beautiful knives. So how do you choose a knife for someone else?
That's a great question. I'd start by choosing a knife for yourself first. And so one of them is, I get this question all the time, is what is the first knife that you should purchase and have in your repertoire of knives? And it's always going to be a chef/cook's knife, depending on the brand, what they call it. It's going to be the go-to. It's going to do 60 to 70% of all of the tasks in the kitchen.
That's right.
It's going to be anywhere from about 4 inches as a prep knife to up 12 to 14 inches, depending on how tall you are and what kinds of things that you're cutting. But a chef's knife is the number one thing. After that, I would consider, or you'd also want to consider, a lifetime warranty and a fully forged knife. Something that is going to last forever. They're going to be able to pass it down to their children. If there's something wrong with it, they'll be able to take it back to the place that they purchased it at and get it replaced. And so Wusthof, Hammerstall, and Shun are all great knife brands that have been around for hundreds of years and are more than capable of sustaining whatever you need in the kitchen.
You know what I love that you have here is, this is my go-to now to sharpen knives. It looks like nothing, but this does an incredible job just to hone your knives, but also to do a good sharpening on it. It's a Brad & Taylor professional knife sharpener. That's all that it's called. When I first used this thing, I had to have it after that. What else can you show us back?
Well, I tell you, add to that too. I just love this product.
Yeah.
This is one for all of us that, especially ladies who don't like things on their countertops. They like clear countertops.
That's me.
It's small enough that it can stay out and you'll use it. So you get a chance to hone, which is to take all the burrs and nicks out of the knife. You get a chance to keep your knife really nice and sharp so that it feels good in the kitchen. You'll also do any blade that you have will fit into it. If it'll fit into it, it'll sharpen it, including serrated knives. So
Yes.
it's a phenomenal purchase
It is.
and a great accompaniment to that chef's knife that you're purchasing.
Yes. And now what about, like, if someone comes in, I tell people to, there's such great quality knives out there, just go with the handle.
Absolutely.
And if it's comfortable in your hand and you're
Right.
buying a good quality,
Right.
you have your knife.
That's one of the things we pride ourselves on here is because we have a culinary center, we have a kitchen there, we always have carrots in. And so we tell people it needs to feel good to you in your hand. That means that you may have 2 or 3 different knife brands in your house, depending on the individual. You and I are very different in heights. The difference in the way that we hold the knife, all of those things, the things that we cut, could also make a difference in which kind of knife we choose. There, as you'll be able to see, I'm sure we'll run a list of this, is all the different knives that are up there. They all have some very specific things, but that chef's knife is the thing that you want to really start with. After that, I personally would go with some kind of a saw, which is going to be like a bread knife, something that's going to cut through things that maybe have a skin to them, or bread, something you're going to saw it through. After I'm thinking about those things, it's the cutting board and how you're going to store your knife. Knives should never go into a dishwasher. They should always be hand washed. Then the cutting surface needs to be something that's going to, what I say, give way. So as you cut, it might even make a cut in the cutting board, but it's not going to dull your knife. So you're looking at any kind of a hardwood board. You're looking at something that maybe is a composite, such as Epicurean, which we'll show you. Epicurean is a great brand that marries both hardwood as well as a polymer, so it can actually go in the dishwasher, because good hardwood boards should never go in the dishwasher. And then when you're thinking about storage, you saw in the case a few minutes ago, these are all connected up here by magnets, which is one way, but then you got them out where kids could get to them. And then you've got blocks that you can consider. We'll take a picture of those in a second, as well as any of the indoor organizers, something like that, so that these are kind of nice because you have they're small enough to keep on your counter, but organized enough to have everything at your fingertips. And then at worst case scenario, you might have something like this. It's going to be a knife guard, so it keeps the edge of the knife ready, and sharp, and keeps you safe in the drawers. Like I said, one of my absolute favorite companies in all of the different things that we sell here in the store is from Epicurean. And that's because they have a huge variety of different sizes of boards that you can choose from. They have some that are even shaped like a crab. I mean, all different kinds of boards there. And you can cut on these and they can go in the dishwasher. You know, we've turned into this society that if it can't go in the dishwasher, we don't want it. And they have a lifetime warranty on keeping them from warping. So we're really thrilled with this company.
You use those in the culinary center, and I do love them. And they have a nice fast action.
Another great present during the holidays for that really special person, and they'll probably make you something good out of it, is some kind of a great mixer. I recommend a 7-quart. I know that my grandmother's recipes always had really sticky things, and to have a really good motor with a really good capacity is the way to go. We carry KitchenAid and a large variety of the attachments for KitchenAid, everything from a spiralizer to a juicer, to everything that you're associated with making pasta, etc. So, and a whole bunch of different replacement parts for it too. Breville's also a great brand to choose from too. A little bit smaller mixer, that's the 5-quart. They're one of those companies that does a great job of only bringing out things that are very well tested. So they really do a good job of making sure that the customer gets something that's pretty special when they purchase it.
I just used this today in the culinary center.
I love this.
And I do too. That's the first time I used a Breville.
Yeah.
Very user friendly, and it did a beautiful job. So I'm pleased. But you know, everything that I've tried that's Breville, I fall in love with.
Yes. Everything from a smart oven to a toaster to hand mixers
and
to
the processor.
A food processor. They have a great coffee maker, coffee grinder. They're just a very, very thoughtful company. I've been very impressed by them. They just came out with a new glass bowl to add to it too. So
That's
if
nice.
you want to be like the Food Network and look at everything that you are making. It works out great.
First, you need Food Network money. And
Exactly. But again, whenever, I hate to say this, I'm actually listing with something my mother always said is save your money and buy the best.
That's actually...
You just don't have to keep replacing it over and over and over again.
My mother used to say, quality, not quantity.
And so, maybe a mixer, or is not in your budget for the holidays, or not even something that someone particularly wants. There are some great other small electrics to choose from. Everything from little tiny food processors to a good chef's food processor from Cuisinart. The ever popular now slow cookers, not to be confused with your and my age of crock pots. And then the pressurized ones now. Pressure cookers these days are extremely safe and have come back into vogue these days.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite things that we use in the Culinary Center all the time is this fryer from Cuisinart. I love it because the whole mechanism comes out, and so I can clean the oil and clean the baskets and everything without being around all of the mechanics inside. Probably if you have somebody on your list that's going to be technically oriented or out on the edge or trying to be out on the edge, a sous vide. Sous vide from Freeling is a great new product. This is probably a 5-year generation now. You no longer need a pot to put it in. It does all the heating and all of the recirculation at the same time.
Wow.
You can cook things overnight for a long period of time, and they cook in their own juices. Sous vide literally means under pressure. And so
that's a great price.
It's a great price at $139.99. All you need is your vacuum sealer, which is
Wow.
another great purchase that
Yes.
everybody should have at their house. So there's tons of great small products that are out there. Everything from a Vitamix that will grind up cement if you wanted to, down to a hand mixer, hand blenders, all of those.
You know, this is something that a friend of mine told me, you should get one, and I put it off, and now that I have one, I'm so sorry I didn't have it for years.
Yep. I always highly recommend choosing anything that's going to make life easier in the kitchen. Most of us have really, really hectic lives. Moms, most of us these days. And so anything you can do that's going to make life a little easier, why not do it? If you've got somebody and you really want to splurge and they've been really good or really bad.
I know where this is going.
Then really good or really bad, that depends, is you're talking about a Big Green Egg. A Big Green Egg is an investment because it has a lifetime warranty on it. This one happens to be the 2XL. This is the new 2XL. You could do a small pig on this if you wanted to. We run a package for each of the large and the extra large. There's a number of different stands, tables, nests that all can be used with Big Green Egg. We happen to be a platinum dealer here. We're one of the few in the Tampa Bay area. Platinum dealer means that we stock every one of the sizes. We carry anywhere from 250 to 300 SKUs associated to Big Green Egg. Because we do cooking classes, we do them on the egg for both steak nights as well as what I would call skills and techniques oriented classes. So we're focusing in on how to smoke ribs or how to do barbecue or how to do pizza. So whatever you're looking for, we try to give you the ideas on how to do it. So if we look through the Big Green Egg section, just follow me as we go along. So that was the 2XL. Most popular is going to be the large, and this happens to be a new integrated nest.
These are beautiful.
Isn't it pretty? And there's a lifetime warranty on the ceramics for this.
Do they sell these overseas?
There are some in Germany and in France. We don't ever ship any of these because Big Green Egg likes to have a dealer locally. So they're not online. You buy them they're a protected brand. If you bought it from us, and we'll get the replacement part for you.
Wow.
So an acacia table is a wood that's kind of in the renewable resource category of wood. This one right here is the new modular system. It's designed so that you can, in a large or an extra large situation, you can actually configure it to, like, say you have a post in the middle of your patio and you can make an island completely around it, or you wanted an L or a U, any of those things, so you can connect all the pieces together.
What a clever idea.
Isn't that a good idea? And then they've also made it so each of the 3 shelves you can choose acacia, aged acacia, or stainless steel in it.
Now, are these weatherproof?
I would say Florida's a challenge weatherproof period.
Yes.
We always recommend it, anything that's going to have any wood that you're going to use some kind of a cover for it. And we have a plethora of covers that cover all of these things, and they last about 3 or 4 times longer than if you were to buy it at a big box store.
There's a neighbor who has a couple sizes of these.
Yes, they're
Because they're just so handy to use.
yeah. I always say anything you can cook inside, you can cook outside. You'll get friends that you never knew you had will come out of the woodwork. It is just a great device. I grew up in Florida. I hate it. It's hot and there's bugs, and I love cooking on a big green egg because all you got to do is put it out there and let it do its thing. It's awesome. This particular unit right here is from a gentleman down in Sarasota that makes these for us specifically. They're all handmade.
Wow.
They can be customized on how you like them. This particular one is made with mahogany and teak. It is absolutely beautiful. And from a price point perspective, it's going to be in between the acacia tables and the big green egg islands that are out there. So pricing wise, they're pretty comparable as it goes along. So there's plenty of things to choose from. Now, you already got an egg head in the family? We have all the pieces and accessories.
I was going to say, you have these great stocking stuffers.
All sorts of pieces and things, and we've been in with Big Green Egg over 4 years now, and the barbecue grilling section has continued to grow leaps and bounds every single year. Everybody's into outdoor cooking these days, which is great. And we have all the replacement parts too if you need some replacement parts on yours as they get older.
I actually was shopping in here and I saw a woman in this area grabbing all of the stuff for the Big Green Egg because her son owns Big Green Egg, her husband has 2 of them. They have a house in North Carolina where they have another one, and so this is a really handy thing to have. These are my favorite toys right here. I bought my first All-Clad from you
Oh, wonderful.
in 1995.
All-Clad is one of the best U.S. brands that's out there. It is a 5-ply. It holds heat well. It's got a lifetime warranty. People, like you said, they collect it over time. You can get it in individual pieces as well as a set. My favorite ones are going to be Voll right here.
I've heard these are fabulous.
Voll is a German brand, and it is a nonstick, but it's not a nonstick that has a coating on it. It is actually the material is actually diamonds, and it's actually impregnated into the metal itself, cast aluminum.
So it's through and through?
Through and through. It has a
Wow.
phenomenal heat. You can sear on it. You can use metal utensils. I always tell people nonstick, why would you ever want to use a metal utensil on it? But you can also get it in a set, and then we're going to pan in a second. You're going to see all the different pieces that you can get. It's what we use in the Culinary Center. Another U.S. brand is Hammerstall. It doesn't sound U.S. It's actually a German steel, but it is made here in the United States. And Hammerstall is similar to All-Clad, but a newer brand. And they their focus is a little bit different in the handle. It's a little more ergonomic.
Yes, I noticed. It's comfortable.
They also have some really big pieces that are kind of interesting, and that's with the domed lids. So if you need to go something bigger, down to the really small fry pans like that too. And then the last one over here is going to spin, and he's going to show us the different things that you can get in Voll, and so you can imagine by the amount that we carry, this is a big seller for us. It's a great brand too, and a lifetime warranty on it.
Wow. On a non-stick.
On a non-stick, yep.
Huh.
And then these 2 other brands that are right in here, this is Wheeling. It is called the Spirit Pan, and you've seen this on Food Network in Chopped. All the Chopped challenges use the Spirit Pan, and it is a ceramic pan, so it behaves similar to a non-stick, but it is actually coated with ceramic on the outside, so you can use metal, any kind of utensils in it at all. Ceramic on the inside, I'm sorry. And then Black Cube, who comes from the same company that makes Voll, is called Freeling. Black Cube is kind of a really special pan. It's got a great stainless steel handle, but you'll notice that the interior has these little cubes on it.
I have
and they're
one.
rough.
Yes.
They're designed to give you this unbelievable great sear and crispness on it, and you can use a knife in it if you wanted to. It's a pretty amazing product too.
And it's non-stick.
And it's non-stick, yeah. And they come in a few things: 8-inch, 9.5-inch, a 12.5-inch, and then a wok. I love it in the wok.
Oh, interesting.
So there's lots of good cookware. Similar to what I said with knives, think lifetime warranty. Think about a place that's going to help you if there's a problem. Think about what's usable, and then consider the price point too. Everybody has to consider that sometimes. Sometimes it's better to save your money and get the best.
I agree. Dave, I know you're busy. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate
I
it.
am so thrilled to do it. Anytime we get an opportunity to share the knowledge of all the different products that we carry and the service that we have, and to have you, somebody like you, who's actually doing cooking classes and has used these products in our store. So thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.